Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So this video is really about internet noise. This is internet noise surrounding our identity. People are really upset about it, and they are just crashing out, and they think it's our fault. So I'm just going to let you listen to some of this, and then we'll talk.
If you're in an FBA or ADOS cult, you can do more with your time than having genealogical pissing contests. Y'all are right-wing black folks who have nothing because your history is actively being stripped from you. And your identity is wrapped into who your ancestors used to be, but not who you are. What do you have? What do you own?
I don't know who this woman is. I'm assuming she's an immigrant, but there is no reason for this woman to be this upset about something that doesn't have anything to do with her. So she says that we don't have anything when we are the wealthiest of all of the black people in the world, the best educated, and have made the greatest impact on the world. On top of that, we're in our homeland. We're not running to somebody else's country trying to make a better life for ourselves. And all this time, we thought we were just in the United States minding our business. We didn't know that other people were centering their identity in ours. And that is exactly what has happened. And this is about the delineation. That's what this woman is all mad about. And by the way, she's talking about our ancestors, and we're trying to live through our ancestors or whatever she's saying. Everybody lives through their ancestors. Our history is not being taken away from us. Our history is well documented. Our history was documented 100 years before anybody even knew we were keeping track of things. And this little stuff, this little grandstanding that Donald Trump is doing, this is just grandstanding because the Supreme Court has made him put back some of the things that he has taken out. And those things are just being put in an archive somewhere in a room that will come back out at the appropriate time or when the courts tell him to bring those artifacts back out. So our history is not in danger of being erased. These are things people are saying who don't know what they're talking about. Our history is safe, is well documented. It can be Googled. That's the whole point of the AI. I can go on AI, and anything that Donald Trump thinks that he has erased, the AI will pull it up with pictures and all. So our history is not in danger of being erased. These are things that people are saying. I don't know why people like to scare black people, but that seems to be a thing. People want to scare black people. Oh, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. It's not falling. It hasn't fallen in all this time, and it's not going to fall just because black Americans decide to delineate. Again, this is internet noise, but we need to talk about it. And this is something about black Americans that it would be helpful if all people would understand. Black Americans have always identified with the American power structure, not with the margins of society. We have never seen ourselves as these poor, pitiful people. Even during slavery, the enslaved people identified with the household that they were forced into, not with the poor white people outside of it. They had a name for them, the poor white trash, because they did not see themselves as socially aligned with poor people. And that is something that's surprising about people. They think black people are downtrodden. No, we're not. We never were. We always saw ourselves as part of the power structure because guess what? We were always a part of the power structure. We were the engine that was running the whole thing. And they knew that. The enslaved people knew that. So we went through the slave system. We came out with our dignity intact and our fighting spirit intact. And we hit the ground running after slavery. Now, the demons have chased us every time we've tried to build and do things, but it has never stopped us from doing those things. So we survived. And then when we began to thrive, we started advocating for other Black people to come to the United States and be a part of this. We had no idea that they were going to come over here trying to look down on us because we had been enslaved. So now that we've come to the understanding that these people don't see us as we see ourselves, what do we have to do? We have to delineate. But what we didn't count on was that they came over here trying to center themselves in who we are to take advantage of what we have worked for, even as they look down on us. So that's where we've had to draw the line. The line is called a boundary. And that's what they're responding to. They're upset about the boundary. But the boundary had to be set because you can't, if people are not going to respect you, you have no responsibility to try to advocate for them or include them in anything that you're doing for yourself or your people. In the middle of doing this video, something hit me and I asked the AI, what would an enslaved person returning to the United States in 2026 think of their FBA descendants? And this is what the AI said. The first thing they would likely feel is astonishment that their descendants exist at all. Enslavement was designed to destroy family lines, erase identity, and prevent continuity. Seeing millions of people who can trace their lineage back to them would be overwhelming. They might see families intact, children educated, and people free to move, speak, and choose freely, and cultural expressions that grew from their survival. They would see that their descendants didn't just survive, they created music that reshaped the world, political movements that changed the nation, literature, art, and language, spiritual traditions, foodways, social philosophies, and a distinct cultural identity. They would recognize that the creativity they used to survive, songs, stories, rhythms, community, became the foundation of a global cultural force. Who we are is much bigger than the United States of America and small-minded people who come here with preloaded narratives about who we are. I'm glad that we're living in the season that we're in. If an ancestor could stand beside us right now, I think they would likely say, you are living in the season we prayed for. Don't let the noise make you forget that. And in the same way that we're proud of them, of their tenacity, of their faith, of their resilience, and their determination to survive, I think that they would also be proud of us. And to each, we could say to the other, well done. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up. Keep warm out there and have a wonderful day.